Have you ever heard this? If you have, listen.
Yeah, you have to stare at it the whole time.
Yeah, I gotta look at it here. I gotta look at it on the thing, on that screen over there. This is an endeavor,
This
man.
is an
We're having
experimental podcast here today. Number 58.
I'm better off not looking at myself the whole time. I'll get distracted.
No, yeah, that's why I like the logo there. So it's just like static, but it's fine. We could just not look at it.
We're having fun. It's a new experience. This might be the new format going forward with me behind the chair. I just got to get used to this whole camera switching thing. But
Yeah.
let's jump into it.
Thanks, Jamie.
What's going on, y'all? How you doing today?
We're happy to have Carly
We're here with
Rogers
Carly
here
Rogers.
in from Nashville,
Here I
Tennessee.
am. Here I am.
She comes from Nashville. No, you don't. You come from Vermont.
Yeah, but it's all split time. I was started in Vermont, and then I moved to Nashville. Well, I started in Vermont, then we moved to Tampa kind of as kids, and then I moved to Nashville as a teenager. So like, it's all even time at this point. I'm almost 30, so like it's kind of been 10 years.
You're almost 30. I know. Yo,
It's crazy.
I'm the old one here, dude.
Yeah,
Shit.
dude, we got every decade going here. You know, it's
What are you,
Well,
12?
she's technically we don't. We don't.
Jeez.
close.
We don't have
I'm
anybody
double.
in their 30s.
Yeah.
You're not in your 30s yet, though.
No, I'm 29.
Okay.
Okay.
That's the last
29
part.
going on 69 with this voice.
That's. Is this from allergies or is it just singing a lot?
I played for 7 hours 2 days ago, and then I was out the night
That was
before.
the long gig.
Yeah, Saturday.
That's like literally a day job. That's like an 8
Yeah.
hour shift at a day job.
Yeah, nonstop, just me, my fingertips, and my throat. Just
you're just going
to
acoustic?
town. It was just me acoustic.
I
yeah.
wanted to come check you out. Yesterday was crazy for me. Wow, do you have any more stuff while you're still here?
I do.
It actually we could go out.
Yeah, tomorrow I play 5 to 8. But the crazy part about Saturday was that I had probably 10 friends be like, "We're gonna show up. We'll come and like sit in with you or whatever, so that way you get a little break or whatever the case." Not a single one showed up. So I also
Let's
went into
talk
this
about
7.
that.
Listen, I'm
Let's
on my
talk about
petty.
shitty friends.
I'm on my petty bullshit this week. Don't even get me. We've got an hour to go. I'm so in. But like and it's fine because also musicians are musicians, but all of them,
People
I
are
literally was
people.
like, please just come sit in with me I'm playing for so long. Just come in, play for like 10 minutes, and not a single one showed up.
So
They said they would.
Yeah.
you had
but
to carry that whole thing by
the
yourself.
whole thing, dude. I'm
Man.
not even kidding. And it is what it is. I'm fine. I'm a professional, but like, and I'll still be able to sing like this. So I can get through it, but.
Interestingly, I've noticed like in the endeavor of creative stuff, like when I first started doing stand-up, the first couple of years, it felt like really easy to get people to come out to shows because it was like the idea was like just new and like, oh, you're doing stand-up now? Like, oh, we got to go check them out, And then after you do it for a while, you suck at the beginning too. So like they're coming down to see you at your worst.
Right.
And then you spend a few years doing it and you keep doing it and you get better. And then people stop coming out to shows as much. And you're like, y'all should have let me suck for a few years. So what my point is kids, if you're starting out in stand-up, don't tell anybody. Just
No,
do
keep
it.
it.
And
Keep
be
it to
shitty
yourself
for a while.
little while, work out
yeah.
the kinks, and then they can see you when you've made millions of
I'm-
dollars.
Right.
It sounds like I'm not joking.
No,
like
pro
you
tip.
should. It's
Yeah.
actually not a bad idea because
Yeah.
it puts less pressure on you too. I feel like.
Well, and then it doesn't make your friends bad friends, right? So, like, I've got this kid I used to babysit, and now he does music. It's been probably 2 years. I've not gone to see him play once not only because the schedules don't align, but pro tip, I don't want to see him when he just
Yeah.
learned how to sing and play guitar.
Yeah.
And then also,
And that doesn't make you a like mean person or
No.
that's just it's like you understand the process of it all, so you're like, I'm not gonna go when you're in your infancy. Like I want
Right.
to see you at least in adolescence.
and
Right.
you
At
said you were
least.
teaching him?
babysitting.
You're
I used to
babysitting?
babysit
Okay.
5 boys that were all between the ages of like 9 and 13.
Did any of them
but-
hit on you?
No.
My little brother hit on our babysitter.
But they
when
would
we were
do
kids.
things. They would do things like they'd hogpile me at the pool and stuff like that. So
Okay.
they weren't like,
Okay.
but they're kids. I was 16. They were like I
My
said,
little brother was like 8,
But they weren't
7 or 8, and
intentional.
was hitting on, but she wasn't she was
Yeah.
like in her teens, but still, it was like, how are you doing this? You're like 8, bro.
well, yeah, and eventually you have to explain to them
boys
like,
are like Are they chaotic?
Right.
Like super chaotic?
Yeah,
All right.
wicked. Well, and they're easy, but that all to land on too. Like you have to, at some point, be like, hey, you can't hog pile your babysitter that's in a bathing suit at the pool, underwater, whatever the case.
I like air.
But also, he was smart enough too to know, like, hey, thank you for not showing up yet because I've been not great yet. So
Yeah.
he also got the point of like, don't come see me till I'm better, please.
And they knew that you played music and
Yeah.
like you're a musician. So like there's also an added level of pressure too, like with you showing up of like wanting to, perform for this person
Right.
that they know and probably look up to you in that way.
Yeah, and they've been out to some of my bigger shows too, which has been cool. Like they've gotten to
yeah.
see me perform for some pretty big artists. So, and I've gotten to do some cool stuff. But it's, I think I answered that question.
You were talking about open mics. I can't go to open mics anymore. It's hard. It's hard for me to sit through them. But actually, still though, sometimes I'm like, it's like maybe you're just cynical, dude. Maybe you need to like pay a little more respect to where the art starts, like because that's the breeding ground of like every great comic you've ever seen. They started at an open mic somewhere that was just nobody.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and I've seen
100%.
all of our favorite comics. Pardon me, words are hard. I don't talk good.
You want to talk the
but-
shit you were talking?
No, but just as far as we'll get into that in a minute, maybe.
Please.
But yeah, this one comedy club banned me for life because I didn't go home with one of their employees. It was crazy, but
Oh, that's
I will say
disgusting.
though that we've seen all of our favorite comics bomb. So
I mean, yeah. I was just watching a Richard Pryor documentary the other day,
Yeah.
and I think it was live on Sunset. I think it was clever editing in some ways. Apparently, his wife was talking in the interview. She was talking about how it wasn't as good as his previous stuff, but he wasn't the same comic after a certain point. So it's like.
yeah.
Yeah, to me, Pryor too, especially he's a very voice of a certain generation. Like you can still listen and enjoy his stuff today.
He's still funny.
He's still
funny.
very,
It
very
just depends
funny.
on
Yeah.
what we're talking about, because it's like if you're talking about topical things, they're probably not going to be as funny in the future. But if you're talking about universal things, the kid be always funny.
Right.
Yeah,
You know?
absolutely.
Well, I've got a buddy right now. He has worked with me on some upcoming projects, but he has outwardly been like, my wife would never come and see me play because she came and saw me play the first few times and hated it and thought
Yeah.
I was bad
Yeah.
and didn't know how to tell me that. So then she just stopped coming, and now he's really, 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 really good. And she almost thinks he's lying because she won't come watch him play. And of course, he's like
Same as
insecure
that.
playing around her because he's been told I don't think you're good, so
Yeah.
he doesn't practice or do anything around her. So she doesn't even know how good he is.
Yeah.
And he's so good.
Well, and it's like, this is where it's a struggle as an artist when you're trying to because it's like you want to put yourself out there to a certain degree, but then it's like you said, nobody shows up to the show. It's like you did your job. You know what I mean? And so what else are you going to do? Because you've tried, you wanted to get people out, but that's where you have to be like, okay, I call that character building nights.
Yeah.
Just where it's love of the game. It's not like for your,
It's not for the
It's certainly
admiration
not for your
or the
ego.
reference.
Your
not
ego
at
is
all.
not there.
Well, and let me tell you too, I told all of these friends, I'll tip you out. If you play for 20 minutes, I'll give you $20. I'll buy you parking, I'll buy you drinks or whatever.
can come
But
play
then,
with you.
well, thanks. But then also,
Next
I
time.
walked out of there with almost $1,000 in cash in hand because
Yeah,
I got,
'cause you didn't have to
I didn't have
split
to
it.
split anything.
Yeah.
So, and it was really cool. We had the place packed wall to wall at one point. I say me and the one bartender, me and Brian, were crushing it, dude.
You
Three
shout out
bachelor-
Brian.
Yeah, shout out to Brian down there at Sand Jack Saloon, dude. We had these guys all from Colorado that was I don't know, 10 guys deep, all single pretty much on a bachelor party. And then this 10
I
girl,
ran into those guys.
probably. And then they ended up getting kicked out of Rogan's Comedy Club after, which was really
Yeah,
funny.
I think I did run into that. No, I'm kidding. I don't
That'd
know.
be really
Maybe,
funny.
maybe I did.
But then they brought in
That
like
sounds
a
like a
whole,
lot of people here.
yeah. Well, then they brought in like a whole
I'm only
bachelorette
banned
party
from
of like,
3 places.
oh yeah. Anyway, the bachelorette party came into it. It just got really busy. It was cool.
Bachelorette parties.
I hate them.
as a okay, yes.
I've never
agreed.
been on one, so whatever. I'm a hater.
Comedy. It's like this is the thing. This is the problem, especially in comedy. Bachelorette parties. It's this thing. They go to comedy shows.
Yeah.
It's a thing, I guess.
And why? Because they just want to talk to each other.
Well, and also it's like the bride thinks she's the star, and it's like, bitch, I'm the star. Sit down. This isn't about you right now. So I'm not because they always. So they're very. Some of them are honestly, most of them are usually rowdy. I'm like,
Yeah, that's
typically.
something to me that kind of seems a little strange for like both bachelor and bachelorette party, like going to see entertainment, like
Yeah.
going to either like a live show, like music is something different because you're probably like moving around, dancing a little bit.
Yeah.
But like to a live show, to like anything like that, like I feel like you want to spend time with the people you're going with and like talk and like, hey, this is like supposed to be the end of your single life. It's all symbolic
Right.
and stuff.
Yeah.
But it seems like a weird.
It's weird
choice.
that the celebratory things are like doing things that kind of violate the relationship a little bit. It's like, why would you go into a thing that's supposed to be like you shouldn't have ever been in a serious relationship if you still need to have fun. Like if there's still fun for you to have.
Yeah, I
You know what I'm
respect a
saying?
good Jack and Jill. I like a good, like, the guys and the girls all go together on a
I
big
like that.
trip, like
I like
the
that a
beach,
lot,
the
yeah.
mountains,
I like
outdoor
that.
stuff, and not even on
Thank
some
you.
like
I'll probably never get married, but
yeah,
that's a
well,
good one.
the Jack
good
and
one.
Jill. Well, and the same thing with I like the surprises where it's like, oh, we're throwing a big backyard barbecue, surprise everybody, you're at our wedding. There's a girl in my hometown. She used to be my best friend since preschool. She did that with the wedding part. Like they just threw a
That's-
backyard barbecue on a Sunday. And there was like, hey, they're just like, hey guys, you're at our wedding, and then also you're at our baby shower. We're pregnant. Like crazy.
Dude,
just
that
like
is
get all three birds
That's
stoned.
2 birds with one stone.
Dude, it's great. My dad and my stepmom got married the exact same way, where
Yeah.
they threw a party, had everybody come over, just a backyard thing. Like, you could kind of like in hindsight, it was like, okay, there's a lot of there was a lot going on. It wasn't just like a barbecue.
Yeah.
And they announced like, hey, we're getting married right now. You're all here.
Right.
Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris can kill 2 stones with 1 bird.
Well, you know what I say because PETA.
All right, maybe it's just funny to me. Sorry.
No. But what I say is because PETA wants you to be like less violent or whatever. You got to get 2 birds stoned.
Yeah. Stone them birds. Give them
3
some
birds
weed.
stoned. Yeah.
Give them some pot.
The burning bush. No, yeah, that's crazy though.
Let's get into biblical
That's-
references.
All right, let's move along.
Yeah.
No, that's actually a great idea though. If that were they Mexican? Is there,
No, but they also shop at Marshall's.
what do you got against Marshalls? All right, now I feel
Oh
attacked.
no, I'm
kidding.
sorry. It's Ross. Ross Dress for
Ross,
Less is only for Hispanics. I swear. And yo puedo hablar
So is
español
Burlington
también, so
Coat
like I
Factory.
can make that joke.
Oh, yeah.
Burlington Coat Factory.
I'm
I think
the,
comes
every
out of
time I
Vermont.
go in there, I'm like literally the only person that speaks English. I think there.
But I think it comes out of Vermont where there's 0 Hispanic people.
Yeah, well, I like Burlington. That's why they make good coats because it's like that's north.
And
Like,
there's no Hispanics.
I've gotten
They're
so
in the
many
climate,
compliments on
yeah.
my Burlington Coat Factory jacket, and nobody knows. Like it's not designer shit. I don't give a shit if it looks cool.
Yeah, if it keeps you
I mean,
warm.
in decent quality. Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah.
I've never shopped at Burlington Coat Factory. I don't know
Well,
what you're talking about at all, actually.
You're missing out. Is all I can say. I know I do like that or like TJ Maxx or Nordstrom. If I'm needing something on the nicer end, Nordstrom Rack maybe. But I always do something removed from the main because you like why pay full price for you get all the same shit. Like I've gotten Guess
For just, like,
stuff
one
at
little
Burlington.
string.
Like it's just another outlet that clothes that don't get sold go for
Right.
until they get to Africa.
You know what level of fashion's been utterly ruined is thrifting.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
these pants I'm wearing, these bright red breeches I got on here.
Your britches?
My breeches. These are my best friend's grandmother's pants from like the 60s, like
That'd be-
1968.
That'd be a good
Awesome
pant
time.
brand britches for bitches.
Britches for bitches.
Dude, that's actually.
Yeah.
Write it down.
We got an Endeavor. This is Shark Tank now.
Jeez Louise.
I like band names too, just to come up randomly. Not that I am in a band because I hate group projects, but
Speaking of band, I got banned from a comedy club here in Austin because I was telling him when we were walking in that this employee wanted me to go home with him, and I said no.
are
Basically,
you naming names or what?
man, should I?
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I mean,
Should I?
it's going out on the internet.
I mean, I literally.
We'll be your platform,
I'm
but that
being-
sounds like some shitty behavior.
Honestly,
Dude,
it does sound like shitty behavior. It
I-
does.
well, and I'm
It
kind of in
sounds
my-
like what if like because Me Too went way too far. But if there was anything that was like this is inappropriate and not cool,
Yeah, yeah.
and especially the threatening murder thing,
I can
and they
literally-
banned you.
I can literally like because it's so far
No
away.
good
I could
deed.
sit here and scroll through the messages about how crazy this man was. 40 missed calls and text messages. Hundreds of texts being like, "You're done for. Wait till I see you again." Like, you can never show up to any of the clubs I work at, which is Sunset Strip, Vulcan, Comedy Mothership, like all of these clubs he works at. And he did get me successfully banned from one of those 3. because the female
The one with high
owner,
ceilings.
because the one that's got the female owner, they took his side and was like, sorry, I need my employees to feel safe and comfortable at work, and you're too much of a distraction.
Safe and comfortable.
I go,
my ass.
I literally have the
Jesus
receipts.
Christ.
I sent them out to somebody else that works at that club today, being like, yeah, she wants to say I make him uncomfortable. Here, name and everything. Boom, 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 boom. And
Apparently, men score higher on tolerance studies than women do.
oh my God, look at, I'm just going to even pull up just like one screenshot, and you can see how obnoxious it already looks from a distance.
Yes, this is what I live
This
for,
is
Kai.
it.
I've never been this
yeah.
petty. I've been harassed and like mistreated.
Our first
I
controversy,
swear.
I didn't even know it was a controversy in the moment. It was only later that it was.
Well, this only just happened like 2
But
days
this
ago,
is-
but I've
yeah.
been drugged at one of those clubs before too.
Which one?
shit.
And I didn't say anything. I'm not going to. But I've been drugged at one of these clubs. And, you know, it's not the club's fault. It's the patrons. But, yeah, let me show you. Hold on. I got, like, I had to file a police report because my safety was threatened. So I've got these screenshots here. Yeah, look at this.
You were unknowingly forced to ingest a drug. That's not good.
No, I'm talking about, like, getting banned
Well,
from this.
that's not the band thing though.
The band thing, that's
Because the drug, you know,
that
sometimes you have a bad Tuesday night. You know what I'm saying?
It is kind of crazy how, like, okay, so, like, look at how obnoxious that already looks, where I'm literally going, blank, please just let me call you tomorrow. They go, if you're lucky. Like, it's so crazy.
If you're lucky.
If you're lucky, like, it's already just
That's not
obnoxious.
good. That's rough.
Here's the missed calls. Like, this one was kind of the craziest
Dude,
one.
the egos are crazy.
The fact that he felt entitled to
egos
it
in
because
comedy
he,
are the worst.
I don't even know
too.
what, yeah.
They really are, bro.
Dude, and he's not even a comedian. He's just a
But
not like.
it's like in the
but
comedy
also
world.
like look it from. I don't want it to be like you can see his name, but also
there's some missed
whatever.
calls.
If you can see his
Yeah,
name.
well, they're
Did that say?
clearly missed
Yes,
calls.
it did say 12, 6, 8, whatever. And then also the ones that were white are the ones I picked up and listened to him be like, you fucking bitch, fuck you, you stupid whore, R word, F. It was all hate speech too. I can't say it because, you know, I don't want to get y'all demonetized or whatever. But
We appreciate
using like
that.
Our last video
homophobic,
got demonetized already, so we're
Yeah.
using homophobic language and you know.
fucking. It was a reaction
Yeah.
video.
We got copyrighted. It wasn't fun. It was.
Yeah, dude,
yeah.
we could challenge it though. We didn't.
Well,
Yeah,
shout out
it's
to-
just like one of those things where it's like, fuck it.
Shout out to my buddy Mason Smith, though. He's got another podcast here in town, and it's great. But he had me on. It was one of the first podcasts I ever did. And he had me play songs at the end and, like, tack them onto the end of the video, and they got copyright stricken. And I own every master. I'm completely independent. I don't have a booking agency, anything. And YouTube still struck it and was like, you
Dude,
can't make your
guys,
14 cents.
Believe it or not, it's not about the artist.
Yeah, it's actually just about the corporation.
Artists not
This
getting
is why
paid
the
for their
only-
work.
All
What the
about
novel
it's
issue.
real.
The only place that artists can make their money is in like the merch or the live
Yeah.
performance. That's where artists make money now.
When I said it
Like,
like
they don't
that
make
too,
money
so-
from their music, like
No.
being distributed.
It's all how people enjoy their music, how
Because
they ingest
it's like,
their music.
wait,
Yeah,
like
whether it's
because
live,
Right.
if you have like whichever, it could be on a behalf of a thing for your own content to make sure that. But it's like they didn't even ask you if you approved of this, which is dumb because it's like
Yeah, it's just a
it
robot.
should be up to the artist being used to go, yes, that's okay, or no, you know, whichever.
Well, don't even get me started because I had this problem with YouTube where people were taking my music and then putting it up on YouTube and getting millions of views.
And you're like,
I'm
that's
not getting
fine,
paid.
but get me.
Yeah, get my credit or what?
Yeah.
And then they would just strip the video down. So now that song to those people is just gone. They can't find it. And but at that
we
point,
need an internet bill of rights.
yeah. But so how
Yeah,
funny? Like
like
5 years ago,
internet
they
It's
would.
time. It's
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, I just think it's
Because
5
there's
years.
certain things that that's bullshit. That's bullshit.
Yeah, 5 years ago they didn't care and they would do it on purpose just to get the song off, so they didn't have to pay somebody. And now they're just taking the money, which is crazy. But yeah, fuck Sunset
But
Comedy
wait,
Club.
what is his name? This
Fuck
dude,
him.
the you're talking about?
What
Are you,
guy?
are you naming the names?
No, I just said fuck Sunset Comedy Club.
No, but I mean, so you're not going to name the name of the guy that was threatening you? Was he threatening you? What was he
He
doing?
was threatening me.
I mean,
He was threatening
you don't
me.
have to
He's
do
sexually
anything.
harassing me.
If
Yeah, you know what? I got my big burl, Birchers on. I got my big burl. Yeah, this guy's name's Taylor Thompson. He sucks.
Taylor Thompson.
Yeah, he sucks.
Pull up his. Is it?
Yeah,
Let's
pull
pull
up
him
his
up.
Instagram.
Let's pull him up.
I'm blocked. So he blocked me to make
Well,
it
we're
look like
not.
he did something. So
Taylor Thompson's getting called
There's
out.
gonna be a moment.
You know what? Because honestly, I'm here for it.
Who
I don't
cares?
care. I
fuck.
like
I'll
some
spill the
people
tea.
are very like, yeah, and I'm like, in this case, though, I would empower you to do
Yeah,
it because
I'm not making
I
anything
don't,
up.
exactly, and I think it's very clearly inappropriate, like all that,
It's dangerous.
and it also reminds me why I'm so glad I don't drink anymore.
Well, and I made like 2 comments about it to 2 other people I trust and I know, and legitimately they both go, yeah, I hear from girls all the time. He sends like unsolicited pictures rather,
Which is a crime.
salacious pictures.
Which is
yeah,
a crime, yeah.
1000%. I've been just
Damn.
like walking
This dude
through.
works Mothership. and-
He works all of these clubs because he's a great photographer, but at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, like, you don't get to treat people like this and not expect to.
He's clearly got an ego.
Dude, it was great. And then he apologized the next day. Get this, he apologized and was like, so sorry for the
want to suck my dick?
in the bathroom with the high
In
ceiling.
the mothership bathroom.
Oh, and don't
God.
even. His stupid Rottweiler bit me right. Well, actually, the dog's really cute. It's not her fault. She's a puppy, but I got bit too by this dog.
I was just the icing.
Yeah, it's so stupid. But at the same time, you know, like, girls got to protect girls too, and you just can't have that. And I've been walking through the damn gas station before and just being like, oh, awesome. Taylor sent me another dick pic today. Sweet.
I don't get it.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
whatever. Who
I mean, like,
cares?
I'm not gonna say I've never sent a dick pic because I have,
But-
but
Unsolicited.
Danny Martinello, shout out to him.
Yeah.
He literally has his whole bit is like, so I've been exchanging sexies with this girl. He's Canadian, so he's
Yeah.
like, oh, I've been exchanging sexies with this lady or whatever. And I think that's hilarious, but not when it's 4:00 in the afternoon. I'm trying to just buy some granola bars.
Yeah, when it's consensual and you guys are both like, hey, like this is what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
Cool.
when
And
she
never
sends you
once
been
something
romantic.
saucy and you're like, here you go.
Yeah, never once even been romantic. Like I'm nice to the guy because I guess a lot of people are like that. Whatever. I don't.
Don't you know everybody wants to see his dick though? Duh.
Just
We
gag me
maybe
with those
everybody should
salad
go to
fingers,
Reddit. We'll
dude.
put it on Reddit.
We'll share his name.
I don't have
We
to
will
worry about
blacklist
it
this
anymore.
dude.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Dude, no, yeah.
Well, that's also a tricky part in like the broader scheme of things. You said like everyone being nice to him and just like tolerating that because like I'm sure like the people who have been around him for a while know that he's a problem or like, and there are many guys like that, many people out there in general.
Yeah.
But also like the fact of like, hey, I don't want to make things like I want to be the peacekeeper. I don't want to make it a problem for anybody else. I don't want to escalate this.
Yeah.
But that also allows for that behavior
Yo,
to like keep
Taylor,
happening.
bro, you gotta
Well-
at least have a Wikipedia to have that ego, bro.
Well, and what makes me
You
so
gotta
much
have
more,
a
you
strong
know what?
IMDb.
What tipped the scale for
Bro.
me though, as far as like, I would have just kept my mouth shut and just kept it pushing and left it alone. But the comedy club posted a picture the next day after I spoke with the owner directly. First, she was like, "No, you're not banned. This is stupid." The second time, she goes, "Yeah, you make my employees feel uncomfortable when you're a distraction." 4 hours later, the comedy club posts a picture of that photographer just like flicking off the camera and being like, "If you want to be as cool as this guy, come hang out at the comedy club tomorrow night, blah, blah, blah." It's like, oh, so now you're not even just like being supportive of your employee or whatever, but you're promoting him and saying he's cool and all this stuff.
Yeah.
After I provided receipts being like, he literally threatened my safety by saying, oh, like, wait till I see you tomorrow. You're done for. Like, get ready. I said, get ready for
he
what?
was harassing you
Yeah.
straight up.
You don't even have a Wikipedia, bitch.
I literally go, get ready for
Fuck
what? He
outta
goes,
here.
you'll see. And then the next
I
message
don't know
was,
this guy.
so
but I
sorry for
don't
my
like him.
drunken blackout rage. And then the next message was, fuck you. You're never coming back to any of these clubs ever again.
Well, he was
I'm like,
drunk again.
Yes, exactly. 4:00 in the morning. How crazy.
Yo,
Yeah, that's a late night bender there. That's rough.
It's brutal.
it's and it's not excusable.
And there's so much
No. I don't
I don't
admission
give a
too.
fuck if you were drunk.
There's
It's not
literally-
excusable.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
not.
You know what? Whatever. We'll make this whole episode about advocating for women protecting themselves. Okay, so literally, like, you can just see where he's just sending a bunch. I'm literally being like, I hope you get help. I'm sending pill emojis, just being an asshole. But, like, there's just so many at one point in a row where I'm, like, not even responding. I literally go, you're still calling me names. And it's just, like, absolutely obnoxious, but it gets better. There's, like, a huge one where, I don't know.
We don't want to.
Spoiler, but like just so many messages in a row.
And a penis.
Oh, shit.
Look at all
Surprise.
these messages in a row.
Mark that on the time.
Just
Any
so
5
many.
minutes.
I'm
I'm
like,
just kidding.
whatever.
That's I mean, that's clearly like so far past appropriate that it couldn't even like.
I will say, I think the way you responded in terms of like not allowing like obviously like anyone talking to you that way, like that's gonna strike a chord or like bother you in some way. Where it's like fuck, this guy's really doing this,
right?
But responding in a way that's like, one, being the the better person, but also taking it in humor, almost like not letting him know that the things he's saying are like worth any weight.
Yeah,
really.
I'm literally like, come on, stop, dude. This is crazy. I'll call you tomorrow. And he's like, retard. I'm like, okay, go get help. Like, you're mad at your dad, man, not me. And also, that's true. Not to expose trauma dumping, but like got a full explanation as to how how bad his childhood was, as to explain it. Like, you don't get to do that.
Yeah,
that's how you talk to a 17-year-old girl.
I was just having this conversation. You don't get to blame your shitty behavior on your childhood or on your trauma, because trauma is part of life, and some people take it and they then traumatize other people and use their trauma as an excuse. Yeah. And other people take it and they become more empathetic because of the trauma makes them feel such a way that even other people, they wouldn't want other people to feel like that. Like, it's a low feeling. And so it's like the opposite way, which is what I feel like I've done with like the pain, because I don't like want to let it make me bitter too. Right.
Well, and I think what makes human beings different than any other creature on this planet, and pardon me too, I just got insecure because I forgot half my nails are painted. Half of them have all broken off because of guitar.
By the way, I thought you were going to actually do an RFK impression.
No, it's just my voice is so hoarse. He constantly
sounds like he's about to throw up.
Give that man some water.
He literally sounds like he's going to throw up at any moment there.
I will say, though, I did date a man whose father sounded like that because his phone radiation caused him to have a jaw cancer, and like it just was an accident. RFK just used to inhale heroin or whatever. I don't know how to do those kinds of drugs.
After he got the vaccine, actually.
Oh,
I swear to God.
Yeah.
I swear to God.
I found out the only way to...
I think it's muscle spasms. Like,
but I mean, I think it didn't start until after he got the vaccine. I think that's when his...
I don't know about that. I'm not going to put any
Google
weight into that.
Jamie.
All I know is that the only way I got my sense of smell back was by doing a line of cocaine. I had no sense of smell for like years.
I don't know what that is.
What is?
And then
what?
It's called cocaine. You don't want no part of this shit.
Somebody goes, "Hey, maybe it'll fix that." I go, "Okay, I'll try." And I did one line and was like, "I can actually smell the food that we have here." But
what
I will
does it
say,
do? It turns all your bad feelings into good feelings.
Right.
It's a nightmare.
Well, and speaking on that too, what I was going to say before I brought up my nails was like, what makes us different from any other creature on this planet is the pure fact that we can override our primitive instinct, and like the fact that this man obviously can't override his primitive instinct enough to not act like that when he's inebriated, or in general, regardless, point blank period. Like, that's what makes us different as humans. So we also have a responsibility to.
Well,
but we are so primitive.
The real conversation here is alcohol.
I mean,
be real.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's definitely a hearty part of it. Sure.
And I'm saying that because I've said some things I'm not proud of.
I've been a crazy ex-girlfriend too. It's fine.
Drunkenly burned more than one bridge, important bridges that I like wish so hard that I could go. And it's like, but I'm also at 4 years now since I've drank. It's like I've like come to understand and really appreciate and respect. It's like some people are just, they're not gonna, and it's like, and I get that a lot of that it's like a lot of that's tied into it, because nobody says that kind of shit sober usually. I mean, unless you're legitimately crazy, but like that's what alcohol, I realized too after I quit doing drinking, was that it was like it was an empathy killer. Yeah. And so like it's a very me centric thing, and then it's like, so everybody else is like gonna take the wrath because you're wronging me. Yeah. How could you do this to me?
Because when you're drunk, that is it is the easiest way for you to get out of your own way. It allows you to think of yourself as the main character more so than other people, and that's why there's a lack of inhibition. Yeah, like, it's just what it is.
Well, I would also say too, regarding like primitive human beings and things, not that long ago they couldn't purify water. It was life-threatening to drink water. All of a sudden you have to drink 8 cups of water a day, whatever. But they only just used to drink mead and wine and like fermented alcohol and things like that.
Because it was the safest. It was the only safe way to get hydrated.
Yeah, and no wonder they would pillage and destroy and conquer, or whatever the case is. And in a lot of countries they still do because of that reason. But it's just like, now we get to choose not to do that if we want to. And I got to go 2 years without drinking. I picked it back up, for funsies. I'm about to jump back off that bandwagon. I gained 40 pounds. I'm sick of it. If I quit drinking, I'll look like I'm 18 again. It's insane.
Well, and like my emotional regulation, you know, you have days. Everybody that no matter what, you're. You know,
I've cried 6 times
but
today.
I stay so much closer to baseline.
Yeah.
Where if I do have, the only thing that can get me there is a woman.
Yeah.
And it's like hurting my feelings, and like it's like that's like the only I can almost get drunk on emotional pain sometimes. If not common, but like.
Well, that's why I kept responding to all those messages. I just was like, let me get another hit. Say something else that's gonna hurt my feelings a little bit.
Like, come on, what's next? Come on.
That's
now I'm mad at my
why
dad.
you want to try comedy.
Now I'm mad at my father.
You're a
Yeah.
masochist.
I might be a little
You
sadistic.
have to be. Well, sadistic is like enjoying other people's pain.
Oh, no.
Masochistic is enjoying pain on yourself.
You know, I do wish often that people would give me more of like constructive criticism, not because I want my feelings hurt, but tell me if my breath stinks or something. Like, tell me if I'm being
Yeah.
too loud. And then people just choose not to do that. I'm like, that's actually, I think, more hurtful.
Well, because like criticism is very hard to take for a lot of people because it's like literally a core fear.
Yeah, no,
You
I'm
know, it's
autistic
like-
enough where I'm like, no,
so-
tell me how to be cool.
Like it's
Let me know. Let
I
me
think
know
it's
if
all
I'm
about
being fucking
it's all about in
socially
the
awkward.
approach. It's all about in the approach. But I will say this:
Okay.
I truly believe at 40 that with my life experience, I've realized that for some people out there, the fight is the point.
Yeah.
They don't want to come to agreement. They want to fight. That's
Yeah.
what it is. And so if you're engaged in any of those kind of people, like it's like you're not interested in growing as a human or growing in like what are we doing here? We're just
Right.
we're just arguing.
I just had that. Oh, I'm sorry, Kai, but I had a similar interaction today with a comic. Ironically, also this lady that owns this comedy club also went and told half the comedy club that night during South by that I slept with every single comic ever. I'm the
Yes.
biggest hoe this city's ever seen, just groupie ass.
I could
It's
tell.
so nuts. But at any rate, I'm such a hoe, dude. I have like $3 blouses on. It's crazy, but no,
You look like you're ready to go to a PTA meeting.
thanks. No, I tried to look professional.
It's like that. None of that, and I'm assuming because last time I saw you, you were in attire that was also not in any way like, because you remember if somebody was like looking a certain way, and it was like, that's just funny to me because it's clear that this is kind of your norm. I'm sure you dress up sexy sometimes too, but like your norm is
Yeah, it's just kind of like off kilter. It's off kilter sexy, where it's like, I don't know why, but there's something about this outfit that makes me want to know what's underneath it. That's usually what I'm going
That's
for.
what Taylor said.
Damn.
I'm sick of it. But no, this comic though, he said something I had mentioned. I've been here for a week, and I'd asked because I like this comic, like, hey, where are you performing this week or whatever, or where are you performing tonight? He wasn't performing, but then today he messages me and was like, so when are you back in town? I go, I'm literally still here, and he goes, well, why didn't you say something? I go, I texted you on Tuesday at 6:00 when I landed on my airplane that I was here. He goes, no, you said your show got canceled. I go, I was still here, dude. This is just that toxicity where in my brain I literally just wanted to be like, oh, you just want to bicker with somebody that's probably a female sometimes. Like, now granted, I say that about myself that I'm probably a female sometimes. I'm not gender fluid, but like I put this hoodie on, this hood's going up, and I'm Carlos real fast.
Carlos Sosa, shout out by the way.
Yeah, for the connection.
Yeah, though if he recommends somebody or says something good about somebody, I'm like, yeah.
We
'Cause
know
I'm like,
it's a surefire that it's going to be someone cool. and
Carlos has
half an hour
good
in, we're
taste.
clear.
Yeah, he does have good taste because he also introduced me to somebody else that looked just like you. And when we were talking at the end of the night, you go, "No, I'm not Elmo." And I was like, "No, I met this guy."
But here's the thing: I meet so many people, and especially with this now, because it may not be like big, but in the awesome music scene, we're becoming pretty. Like he gets people. He works at the Guitar Center. People come in and recognize him.
Sometimes they'll
It's
like,
just like,
hey, I've seen you on Instagram or on YouTube or something.
Exactly. I lost my train of thought though. What was just going on?
Yeah.
Carlos Sosa and introductions and being reputable.
He's the thing too, though, because for me, as like, I love to connect people too. So like, there was a guitarist, Blake O'Neill, who's fucking great. He plays. If you're not doing anything later, you should go to the spot.
Yeah,
They play later.
we're gonna see how this throat feels.
Yeah, well, but because knew Blake and obviously Carlos, but for some reason they didn't know each other, which I always assume badasses know each
Yeah.
other, but sometimes they don't.
And then you get to be the bridge.
So exactly.
Yeah, it's my favorite part.
Yeah.
So he's kind of giving, it's like the karmic payback from that, because I was like, because it makes me, I feel like I love to like this person's really talented and they should know this person.
Right.
Yeah. Your dad kind of did that for you and I, to be honest with you, bro.
Yeah.
He DM'd me. His dad was the host of Entertainment Tonight for like 20 years.
I used
And
to watch Entertainment Tonight with my
Mark
beautiful
Steinis.
grandmother. No way.
Indeed.
You know his dad?
Yeah, my nana and I watched it every
Finally!
single
God
night.
damn.
7
took us like a
p.m.
year.
7 p.m. on
Finally,
Channel 10,
somebody knows his
WTEN. It's crazy too because it's all like entertainment
I
and
knew
like
his
ET
dad.
and stuff. But like every single day, Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. WTEN, Channel 10, ET News. Nana and me would watch right before Jeopardy. Yep.
That was such an iconic theme for like in terms of like, you know, network and show themes like that. Like there's
Yeah.
something like so, you know, like trademarked ET about that. And it is kind of a bummer to see like
Do they ever
where
have
it is
ET
now.
reunions?
You know what? Actually, I don't think
Hosted
so.
by Anna Nicole Smith.
I don't think a lot of people who used to work there are very fond of.
Speaking of photographers,
That.
his
Yeah.
dad's a photographer now. Well, you always was, but
Yeah, that's always been his main passion. But
He just
like,
happened
he's
to be great on
finally-
camera.
Yes, yeah. They were like, no, you shouldn't be taking the photos. You should be in the photos.
Very cool.
So super cool.
Don't even ask why I'm doing this right
I mean,
now.
you
It's
can-
I can explain.
honestly,
it's comfortable.
I'm about it. I
My
love it.
legs
You do
went
whatever
numb, so
you.
I had
I
to sit
told
back.
you we give only the legally required amount of fucks here on Cody Kai Cast.
Yeah, my I've
it.
got injuries or whatever, so my feet go
Yeah.
numb if I sit a certain way, and so my feet
you're
are
about to
numb.
be
So
30, so
I know.
basically expired at this point.
I didn't even think I mean, you could literally, I swear to God, somebody told me actually in that 7-hour show, he goes, "You're too old to make it, but you're pretty good." I was like, "Hey, Chris, thanks for the $100 in tips, but
I'm
you can go
fucked then,
fuck
bro. I am
yourself."
fucked. Luckily, I got Kai here.
Yeah, but
We'll
you're
take-
not a female country
we'll
music
take
singer.
Kai's-
It's
We'll
different.
make it karma. Yeah.
If I can share some of my own experience hearing people attribute like age to what like is like a cutoff for being able to do certain things in their life.
Yeah.
It very much I hear that as an excuse of like, you know, sure it's certain like at a certain age like just bits and pieces of you don't work anymore. But if you're saying like, oh man, I'm 37, I can't make it as a musician. Like I'm not there anymore. Like I
Lainey
can't
Wilson
do
and
it.
Chris
Rodney
Stapleton. yeah,
Dangerfield.
yeah.
Exactly. Yes.
Rodney fucking Dangerfield was Jack Roy, I think. His real name. Did comedy,
checking on your own
comedy
bullshit.
throughout his 20s and into his 30s, I think. Didn't have success. And then had to like go start a real job as like a salesman, like doing some whatever. And then came back at 50 as Rodney Dangerfield.
Yeah.
And then had the career that
And now he's doing Wheeler Walker Jr.
it's like there is
Yeah.
no age
Yeah.
No,
limit.
it's Rodney Carrington. That's
Yeah,
different.
the-
but yeah.
the
Different
only-
person, but also a good one.
Same one.
There's like the age is not one of the requirements. Obsession is requirement. That's you. If you're never gonna make it if you're not obsessive with the thing you're doing.
Right.
But and then maybe a little bit of delusion. A little. You got to be a little delusional.
I have all the delusion, 4% of the passion, but that just comes with being in it for a long time. You
Well,
know?
it's like love of the game.
The delusion really comes from the risk you're taking, because like no one's gonna argue with the fact that like following your dreams, especially as a musician, as an actor, as a stand-up comedian, like the odds are against you, just like flat out statistically. But the delusion is taking that risk anyway,
Right.
and doing it for the love of the game, for that obsession aspect.
Yeah.
Main character energy all the time.
Well, and it's like
Truman Show.
Yeah, and as like an artiste, because that's what I am. I'm an artiste. No, you like I don't. I rarely have things that I fucking love. I have things I'm like, it's pretty good. I have things that I'm like, you know, it's rare that I'm like, fuck yes, I can't wait. Like that trailer was one of the fuck yes ones. Play her our first trailer of the very like from Instagram, like from our very first episode. Because if I was gonna do anyway, but it was like because we did it right. You know, we got together, we formulated a thing, but it's like it's so hard to make things. But it also, you have to be putting it doesn't all have to be the same thing either. Like, and not every piece of like content that you put out has to be a song. You know,
Right.
some things could be you doing something at a gig, or you know, like you got to find ways to. That's what I've been trying to do. We need to actually post a B-roll story. Just
I
a
don't
picture.
think you finished one of those sentences one time, but I tracked everything that you said.
Thank you.
I
Pull that
just
up.
want somebody
I'm
to
just
go
talking
back.
about-
I want somebody to go back and be like, how many sentences did you start in that phrase and then not finish? That was incredible. That's probably a world record.
I try to like keep though this is like I liken it to Jim Jeffries as a comedian.
Yeah.
He'll do this with his bits where he's like, "Wow," and then he comes back to something, and then
Right.
you got to keep a through line.
Yeah.
So I try to keep a through line. If I
No,
can.
but you just got 80% of the through the sentence, and then we
well,
figure out what
maybe
you're
if
going
you
to
hadn't
say.
interrupted me, I could have finished the thought, and
I
it would
did
have
it for
made
5
sense.
minutes. That's funny.
Play
I
the
don't know.
tape. The court reporter
Yeah.
play the.
I don't know if
And,
I'm gonna be able to get
review.
into Instagram.
Here, let me tap my helmet. I want to review.
The two-factor shit is making it impossible right
being
now. It's
a little
being it's being annoying. I do YouTube, but I can't.
Did we post it on? We did post it on
think
YouTube.
so,
but I think we
right?
did.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, now that I think about
Are
that,
we talking about like the
I'm just talking about the very first
one?
one.
Yeah, let's see.
It's at something in question.
Careful.
Thank you for calling me out.
No, that I didn't mean to call you out per se, but that was very funny.
Thank
and
you, though.
I couldn't not
Thank
say
you.
like, hey, that was a
I'm
lot of
fucking maniac.
that was a
so
lot of 80% sentences there.
Would this be in our full video?
Go to oldest is my guess. Go to oldest. The old shit. Yeah, the teaser right there.
teaser?
Boom.
There we
This
go.
was
Your
like
set in Kill Tony history.
Oh yeah, this is
I'm gonna tell you this. You lived my biggest fear.
I don't like to be mean. I'm not a mean guy, but that's really the worst stand-up set I've ever seen.
fuck you, Joe List.
I feel like I could have done better, but you know.
I did see that
Carlos!
episode.
Did you see
I
Carlos?
mean, what? It's only the most.
That was the
important
worst
stage
part
of
about
comedy,
it.
so,
Bombing in front of
you
them.
know.
This guy should never try stand-up again.
D.
Oh, I blacked it all out, but
The worst
I
part
did
hasn't
get-
happened yet.
Oh, bro. I'm about to relive my worst nightmare.
This was our very first episode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
But I like, that was fun because I love that accompaniment. Just like
That was a fun
in the general
kickoff.
thing though, like
Chaos.
putting shit out. That's also a great thing to be like at a place as an artist where you're like live with it. Like you control to the point that you can, and then you just let
Right.
the chips fall. You know.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because we get too as like artists sometimes I think get too concerned with outcomes, and then you lose process in the because you're not okay. How do I make this gig the best gig?
Right.
This mediocre ass gig that I'm about to do. How do I find the way to get the mojo going here in this moment and creating memories? Because every single person you touch that like becomes like a fan, let's say, because I don't fans is a weird concept to me, but like they could be anywhere at any
Right.
time on any gig, and I've had some of the most fun I've ever I've had more than one moment, many moments over time of like going into a thing with like ugh, and then it being like, oh, this is actually a lot of fun. Like, so you can't actually like say like you don't know what's gonna happen, and that's out, like stay away from the outcome. Just control that moment of whatever
Yeah.
you're doing. You know.
Yeah, one of my favorite rappers says, and I have to say this to myself all the time, but like, what if it goes better than you think it could?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what if like the highest possibility you can perceive it's actually even better than that?
I like that mentality because most people think the opposite, where their thing is like, what's the worst possible thing that's going to happen, and then that's the likely
Well,
thing that's
the
going to happen.
Stoics would call that negative visualization.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that's like that's to know that okay, if I know that's the worst thing, which for me that was bombing on Kill Tony.
I remember that performance too, by the way. I watched that episode when it went live.
Hey!
Shout out.
I'm funnier than that let on because I fucked up out
When?
of the gate.
I'm joking.
Good ribbing there.
You know what? Don't lie. Don't act like you weren't.
All right, I gotta
enjoying
go.
my.
there you go.
Actually, now
No,
that you
but-
mentioned it,
Thank you, Carly.
I got
That-
a thing.
but that's like.
Oh shit, my mom's calling. I gotta.
You have been hanging around fucking comedians. I like
I've
it,
been
though.
this funny my whole life, actually. So pardon me. I don't mean to sound rude when I say that, but I come from funny people. Like people that have been in this town forever. They're like Big Mike Rogers, funniest dude you're ever gonna meet. Like that's my dad. But that's a town of 5,000 people and like whatever. But always been around funny people. So
Yeah.
luckily, none of them have ever been comedians until I bought a ticket in the standby line to Kill Tony 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So, but yeah,
Yeah.
it
I
all
mean,
makes sense to me.
I'm hoping with Carlos that something could be cool coming up here, but I'm not going to talk about that yet.
No. We don't want
But
to
it's-
jinx
that's-
it.
that's
Could be
the,
a fun project coming up.
Yeah, the thing
Very
about
cool.
it, yeah, it's like it for me going through that experience was like I knew I was better than what that showed, and I like, and even if other people didn't know it, And it's like, but it's that process of like finding the place in yourself where it's like, my opinion of me is the most important.
Right.
Your opinion of me is second to that. So if I'm good with me, you may not be, but I'm okay with that.
Right.
Like if that's what it is, you know, because it's like, that's how I get myself. And that, you were right, bro, the catharsis aspect of like reliving something that was like really not fun. We're going to say traumatic. 2 million people.
Yeah.
You were one of them.
Yeah,
You
you're
know?
exposed to a large
I wasn't in the
audience.
And
comment
I still
section
got
though.
followers though.
I wasn't in the comment
shouldn't have read
section. I
that comment
promise. No,
section.
you never should have.
Never read the
I've
comments.
actually been so
A
lucky.
lot of
I've
them
never
need a
once.
hug though.
Yeah.
I've really never once been like in. I've never been inundated by negativity. I have a couple old scorned insular men that like shoot off DMs that sound stupid or write in the comments, and it's like one every few months, and it hurts my feelings so hard. I'm like, thank God I'm actually not in any sort of place to be inundated by that kind of stuff. I like
Yeah.
what I do, and so being able to like do what I do and not have to deal with all that nonsense is kind of ideal for a person that I consider myself to be.
Well, going back to what you were saying about like the humans being able to turn off that primal aspect, there's still elements of that primal part that are seeping into, especially entertainment, because that's all
Lizard
like,
brain.
validation, lizard brain for
Yeah.
sure. And like that is like very much a primal thing where we hold on to the negative parts and ignore the positive, criticism. Or
Right.
Positive criticism, is that a thing? I don't know.
It is.
Constructive. Is
Constructive,
what it's usually
yes.
called.
Yeah, yeah.
Some,
I say good faith criticism.
Good faith
There's
Yes.
good faith criticism, bad faith criticism. You have to be what you should focus on is, or like what you should pray for, whatever. Just aspire to is just the discernment to know good faith from bad faith.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In some psychological circles, they might call that negative or positive reinforcement or punishment. So, like, negative reinforcement is like reinforcing something with negative energy, whereas, and with no like transaction.
Which
whereas
we all
like,
do. You do it with your
positive
children when you're
reinforcement.
raising them. You gotta, if something shouldn't be done, you gotta negative energy on this. Nope,
But
not
the
good.
difference between like the reinforcement and the punishment, like you can do positive punishment too, or you can punish in a way that's positive. Like, yeah, I'm just
No,
being
I
redundant,
would
but
say I agree
I
with
forget
you
which
because
scientist it is.
I think that's how, like for me, I got spanked growing up, but it was always my mom. It was never my dad, and my mom never did it in anger. It was like, line up,
Yeah.
all right.
It was more of it was a consequence, not a.
It was a measured, controlled
yeah.
corporal punishment, and we accepted it because all it took was, don't make me call your father. Oh, my dad was a cop.
Yeah.
Nope. So yeah, like, but that's why fathers like couldn't be more important. And that's my problem with a lot of these women out here who care more about their own happiness than their children's well-being.
Yeah.
That's ultimately what it is, dude. Because when families break up, the ones that suffer are the children. It's not the individuals, although they do too. But
Yeah, there's suffering all
if you don't
around,
have kids,
for
fucking
sure.
whatever. But
yeah.
once you bring children into the equation, you have a responsibility to them more than anything, I think.
Right.
Is that old-fashioned? Is that like?
Well, I think in a way to like zoom out a little bit on the timeline, the folks that do that, don't care about their children's happiness or their well-being, they likely had a shitty childhood themselves, and they're blocking that out of their memory and their experience. So they're not thinking about what their kids are going through. They're just living
Well, I'll
their
tell you
life.
this.
They've probably got like unresolved
Yeah.
issues or trauma or whatever.
Man, fuck them kids.
Fuck them. Fuck 'em.
I'll tell
They
you
don't need
this.
them anyway.
I've seen countless of those videos
I
of
said
women
that to him
like.
earlier, and we were texting about something. I was like, man, fuck them kids. Who needs them?
Oh yeah, I heard
I
about
said,
that. Yeah.
apparently a lot of politicians in D.C. Dude, I lost some shit on that.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't
No,
mean
you're
to
fine.
I mean, it was
It's
you
not important.
choking.
I don't want to. What were we talking?
Can I hit that orange one again?
Yeah.
This is fun.
What were we talking about?
Oh, I actually have the Kill Tony hoodie, actually. This is funny
Let's
because
pivot.
Oh
I,
God!
look
Now
at
we're
this.
doing promo.
Well,
Jeez.
I will just
I
say
want
that.
Tony. I want payment for this.
No,
I want 2 cents.
Well, then
for
I
that.
won't. But I won't. So
I
I'll
want
just,
2 cents. For
I'll leave
that.
it up this side. So I do have this big hoodie, and but I got it for free. So Tony didn't make a dime off of it. A buddy of mine named Dusty, who's a comedian, got it for me for free, and I don't even think he paid for it. So.
Oh yes, that's what I was gonna say. I'm interrupting you now. It was I've seen countless women videos of basically them saying like the guy I'm with, everything's great, like he treats me well, all this, I'm just blah, blah, and they're leaving. Never seen one ever video of a guy being like, yeah, my wife's great, she cooks for me all the time, she keeps the house clean, she loves her, keeps her children. I'm just not happy.
Oh, I've heard that. Nuh-uh. Your algorithm's lying to you.
Yo.
Oh no,
maybe
I know
it is.
lots of men that
Maybe
cheat
it
even
is.
though they're happy. I know it
But I'm
firsthand.
saying I haven't seen one. So if you have a video of a reel, because I
It
can send you
happens to me
plenty.
in real life once a week that like a married
But I'm
man
talking
is
about a reel on a social media platform where a guy is saying all the
public.
shit.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Have you seen one of those? Because if you have, I would be the first I've seen. Because this is a provable thing here.
Well,
That was my thinking face.
What you were saying is it's your algorithm. Like it's a matter of what things are being fed to you.
But
Everything exists.
I'm understanding that, but now I'm taking it to the further step of maybe it isn't because I want to see these videos. Like, please, if you're listening to this and you've seen one, send it to us so I can watch it.
I just have proof of happy husbands wanting to cheat on their wives with me, which is
Your own
stupid.
personal
Because again,
experience.
I don't give off like cheater energy. Like, look at me. I give off like
You don't give off homewrecker vibes.
I really don't. Why does it keep happening?
I mean, let's dig into this. Why does it keep
okay,
happening?
so I'll tell you this. So there is something I'm very close to figuring it out because my best friend comes from a family that's like really well known and whatever, and it doesn't happen to her at all. But it happens to me and it happens to other women that I know that just happen to give off like, just like small town or not small town girl, but like girl next door vibes or whatever, or like the babysitter vibes or the little sister vibes or whatever that they're, I don't know.
Also,
Again,
everyone's
like,
just so
happy
damn
husband-
horny.
Little
yeah.
sister.
Everyone's so fucking horny all the time.
Well, like your best
Everything's
friend's little sister.
fetishized.
Like my brother's friends, as soon as I turned 15, all of them tried at one point to sleep with me between 15 and 19. And my brother would be so upset to hear that. But like at some point, even like your best friends or your brother's best friend or like your, whatever the case is, like the little sister thing you'd mentioned, you're like, that's weird.
Lessons in how to do this. You wait for her to touch you first, and then you can touch her.
You wait for her to get really drunk at a college party while she's underage, and then you go pick her up and you play the safety thing.
And you unironically use the term jailbait.
I also was a 15-year-old girl though that was riding around in Honda Civics with 21-year-old dudes drinking beer and smoking and like.
Yeah.
And my parents are good parents.
Speaking of parenting,
Yeah.
I couldn't get away with shit in high school. My mom was like
Oh,
up in my fucking.
My parents worked too hard to pay attention. But also they knew that if we were doing something debaucherous, we were safe. So like worst case scenario, me and my 3 basketball teammates walked to McDonald's at 2 a.m., 2 miles away, whatever.
Right.
We're gone for an hour in a tiny town.
I
Like,
guess also I didn't challenge it too much. My authority challenging didn't happen until later.
Yeah.
Right.
Everyone experienced like that
you say smoking
rebellious
pot?
attitude.
Did you say
like
smoking
at
pot,
different
though?
points? Yeah.
so I chose to usually just smoke the cigarillos because I
But-
thought pot was going to make me crazy.
How old were you the first time you smoked pot?
I was 13 when it used to get blown in my face. I never smoked it till I was 24.
Oh, okay.
So I never actually like took
I was
my own
never.
hits.
See, I didn't start until I was like 21.
Yeah, and I would make the cans, like I'd make the apple core bowls and everything, but I didn't actually like I would just take the Rillos with the tobacco in it and like pretend to puff on them while we're all riding around.
So
know?
you were the cook. You didn't get high on your own supply.
Well, I didn't buy it either. We had one kid, shout out Alec Haran. He lived on Pleasant Street, which is now like just complete Section 8. Like they took all these beautiful Victorian mansions and turned them into 8-plexes or whatever. But he used to live in one of these, and you had Blue Dream or you had Purple Kush, but it was all Reggie, and all my friends would just smoke, and I would just make the apparatuses, and my house was the place to smoke at.
See,
I was the complete opposite. I was completely oblivious to all that shit going on around me because I didn't smoke, drink, do any of that shit until I was 20.
Oh my God, me and my friends would show up to basketball practice at 6 a.m. still drunk for varsity girls basketball, Division I varsity basketball practice, drunk for 14. Shout out Mount Anthony basketball.
Bro.
Here, to give you an idea of what kind of
My
high
mom would
schooler I
smell
was,
my breath when I got home.
and
I had to wake her up when I got home.
No, we were so much smarter than that. It's crazy.
Well, I mean,
You got to be like good about it.
I was the kind of kid who would show up an hour before classes started just to hang out.
I like that though.
So I was oblivious to kids
We
coming
would
in
too.
hungover or stoned or whatever.
Dude, I was like the man whore of my neighborhood growing up, dude.
Yeah, just sleeping with all the moms.
Well, not sleeping, but I would kiss like every girl in my neighborhood. I don't know.
You got around, man.
I mean, I don't know.
Apparently, that's what I do all over Austin, Texas.
Ashley,
Shout out Christina. I'm just name dropping out here today. Whatever, I'm done with it. And
I
you
don't
know
care.
what?
Good.
If you can
I love it.
if you can say
Here
that
for
kind
it.
of stuff about somebody that's like 10 years plus younger than you, and then stand right next to them and try to be cool with them after that, no, like that's such poser pansy. Like, I'm done with it.
Yeah.
And I don't care. I don't live here. Fuck that club.
Yeah.
You know
Fuck
what
that
too?
means.
Like, and this is like for like more of a brutally honest thing. I hate it when people say they're brutally honest. Like,
Yeah.
usually that's just an excuse to be an asshole.
Oh, it's like when people go, I'm the kind of person that will just say what you are and don't explain that you're the kind of person, like, that kind of same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Just say what you're going to say.
Yeah, it's like if you're honest, cool. Like, I appreciate that. You're giving me like whether it be in like criticism or in
Yeah.
like, hey, like your fly's down. Like,
My favorite thing to do is to tell a girl, man, his flies down.
yeah.
And like, hey,
Help a play out.
XYZ.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Help
and then
a
they
play
think
out.
about me for weeks because they think I was looking at their crotch. It's crazy.
You know, you're.
She saw.
I've just had this thought about you. I think maybe it's that you're like, and we can all say like, I think we can all say like or we all know in our heart like where we kind of stand on an attractiveness level.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? You're an attractive person.
Thank you.
But you're approachable attractive. You're
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll take it.
Because I think Kai would
Approachably attractive, dude. That's AA. That's amazing. We're writing it down.
But what I'm saying is that there's a
Merch.
strata. There's a strata of like the most beautiful ass women out there, and they're like intimidating just on their beauty. So men are afraid to approach them.
I will also suggest
But
that
you're like approachable, attractive. That's what you are.
Thank
That's
you.
fine. You're-
I will say I admire my own like ability to also engage in a conversation. Like,
Yeah.
it's one thing when you can tell just somebody wants to sit next to you and like not talk. But I'm the first person that on an airplane, I'm like, hey, how's your day going? Like, and if the conversation goes, we go.
Yeah.
But I also will open the gate for anybody to talk to me, whether it's a
For me,
95-year-old
I'm the
pervert or-
same, but it also depends on the mood.
Yeah.
Like if you catch me in a moment where my social battery is running on like low, I'm like I may not want to like have that conversation.
Yeah. Not everybody's always
But
going to be 100% ready
It's
to
also the
engage
timing.
with
You got to
for
meet them
sure.
at that right moment
Right.
where they're open, because I think everybody at moments is open to that. All of us.
yeah.
Right.
And I like what
but
you
not
s-
all. We're never all at the same time.
Right.
Unless we have a massive tragedy.
Right.
I like what you said about being open to talking to anybody, because I feel like right now, especially, like we're both in our 20s, like a lot of like younger folks are shying away from like talking to anybody. Like it's like if you're not like me, if you're not in my echo chamber, I'm gonna ignore the fuck out of you.
I think that's one of the most. That's one of the most disrespectful things you can
worst.
do.
Now, the homeless people
good
downtown,
company.
I'm
In
done with
good
them.
company, this is like my phone's out. It's down. I'm not calling you out.
Yeah.
I don't even want to see it.
Mine's on airplane mode.
I'll
dude.
check it maybe occasionally, but like, yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, but it's like my attention is with the people I'm like, why else? Like, be in the moment you're in. People are in this other world, even when they're in the actual world. It's like, and then when they're in the actual world, they're only serving to just document this so they can put it out to this other world.
Yeah.
Bro, live your life. Like
Right.
my best friend passed away when we were 31. I know, I'm 40 now. Fuck.
Wow.
Bro, but like I looked back after he died and I'm like, I have so few pictures with him. But it was because we didn't ever fucking care about we were just
Well, you didn't have cell phones yet.
well, but no, I mean like in our adulthood. Fuck you.
But no, you're
about
right.
to be expired, so
No,
fuck
you're
you.
right. You're right.
But
I'm too old
like
to make it.
it's like, yeah, but we were just too in the moment ever to think about, let's
Right.
take a picture of this, so like, I think too many people aren't in the moment though now,
Yeah, well, one of my favorite things to do is, and it
As a
sounds,
performer too, it's annoying.
Right. My favorite thing to do is like unintentionally leave my phone in my car overnight or like in the hotel room or something. And a lot of guys that I've dated have been like, that's sketchy. I go, I literally just walked out of the room without the phone. My fault. I grew up without one until I was like 14. So like I lived most of my life without something in my hands all the time. But
I got my first
I-
at 16 and it was we didn't have
Yeah.
iPhones
well,
for,
I think I was 13 when I got mine. I think.
Well, and it's nice to all be like reasonably attractive, so we can say this in good faith or not
approachably
whatever.
attractive.
But approachably, you get it. Making up words, but if not, like I'm single. I'm a single income, no kids. They call that a sink. And somebody told me one time this guy was a lot older than me and just had made the comment of like, "You're never gonna meet anybody if you're just sitting here looking at your hand," and it's so true. Y'all have seen that meme where it's like somebody edited ice cream cones into people's hands instead of their phones, where it makes it look like they're all just staring at an ice cream cone in their hands. It's like this would be such a happier place if that were real and not.
They're also a time black hole.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they will eat up your time like nobody's business. And as much as I agree with like the whole like putting your phone down, you know, keeping it away, I think it's also important to it's a tool that's never going away.
It's also the greatest mind control mechanism it's in all of ever human history, and it's not even close. It's light years ahead of anything else that they've ever had.
To speak to how they will never go away is there was a Kickstarter maybe like
they
6
own you.
years
They
ago.
own you. You have owners.
That was just a 3D printed.
They like to fuck kids. All right, I'm
like
sorry.
it didn't work. Like it didn't work. It was just a brick. It was meant to be like a fidget thing, but it was meant to like if you're trying to get off your phone, you're supposed to like have that as like it's like a no nicotine vape. It's like it's not doing anything for you, but you still have it.
Fume.
Yeah.
It's a placebo.
Exactly.
Well, but you guys also know that like in the settings in the phone, you can find. You got to go to settings, and then this one, and then this one, and then this one, like 8 more folders. But it'll find you a warning that says, on the phone's device settings, just you should keep this device 5 millimeters from your body at all times because it's constantly like projecting radiation and whatever.
Speak of the devil, I was so tired. I got home and I fell asleep, and my phone, I woke up, was like right next to me, and I'm like, fuck.
5 millimeters is only about 3.5 inches.
I usually
but
keep it
still.
on my nightstand, and I just was fucked out.
Yeah, I don't believe any of it. I live in a place where I can unplug my Wi-Fi and you can't reach me.
I just saw somebody huge, Timberlake maybe, or somebody like that. No. Gosling. He was doing a podcast, and he had Wired.
Yeah.
And I'm like, huh.
Yeah,
Like,
Aaron
this
Rodgers
guy
is
could
talking about
afford
it.
the nicest shit ever, and he's still got Wired. But actually, I would do Wired, but like
I
nice.
do the Wired, but it's just because I keep losing all my buds. I keep dropping like fucking one of them on an airplane.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
You need to.
Wires
Also, you don't
are-
have to charge
You need to be
them.
more present.
Right.
Yeah.
Wires are the shit. Mine's breaking though, so now it's starting to skip almost like an old CD. So it's kind of also a nostalgic throwback of like, gosh, I remember when my Walkman tape player used to jump a little bit if I ran too hard.
Yeah.
If I, like, took
remember
too heavy of a step.
when if you wanted a song to be able to listen to it, you'd have to wait for it to come on the radio and then
Yeah.
record it on a tape while it was playing on the radio,
Right.
and then you could play it back.
I've none of these.
After you rewind the tape.
I was around when YouTube was very much.
You
in
don't
its
know what it
earliest
was like
stages.
back in those days.
I know what it's like to listen to only mono audio.
Right. I will say too, you also never had to watch a family gathering get ruined because your aunt, or I'm sorry, you never had to live through a family event where it was ruined because your uncle accidentally taped over like the birth of your cousin with some sort of like rock concert.
Well, we did that.
It was
with,
like Def Leppard at
Didn't
Boston
we do
Garden.
that with a bunch of NASA tapes? By the way, I mean, come
Yeah,
on.
crazy. And also the Epstein's security footage.
I taped over
Oh,
it.
by
It's
the
the
way,
holiday special
Erica
now.
Kirk worked for Jeffrey Epstein, apparently.
Oh, I'm all in on the Candace Chronicles.
Oh, I fucking love it.
I'm
She
all
lives in
in.
Nashville, I think, right?
Yeah.
Fuck
every
yeah, Erica
single
Kirk's
episode.
a demon. She's a demon.
Dude, I knew 9/11 was
She's
orchestrated
demonic.
when I was 8 years old. I watched a clip. The New York, the capital of New York is all
I
me.
was asleep for a long time after that. I didn't wake up until like 07.
That's all right. We all get there.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I got to watch a bad news clip. Like they had edited the video so badly that I was like, that looks fake. And they go, my parents were just like, oh, we didn't see it. I'm like, and we didn't have rewind back then.
Right.
So we didn't have live DVR, tubo, whatever, backwards.
Mm-hmm.
And did you ever have the car, like the cassette tape or the VHS tape rewinder? It was like a car. So it's a plastic car. You put the VHS tape in
Oh,
it and it rewinds it for you.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway,
Yeah, 9/11 for sure.
it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And also where my hometown is, I started kindergarten that week maybe or that day. And the planes flew over our hometown to go back toward New York. I think they both flew out of Boston
That's
or
how
something.
I
and
know if a woman is too young for me is when she can't remember 9/11.
I remember all of it, but I was 4 years old. in kindergarten.
But I'm saying
Yeah.
that's why you're like basically the floor of like what I could
Baseline.
date, because I'm like, if you don't remember 9/11, then we're from two completely different generations.
Right.
It really is, and it's okay because there are like Kai here.
Yep.
You're a good one. You're a good Gen Zer.
He's been seasoned, as
What-
the Cajuns would say.
Yeah, I'm well seasoned. I'm like a nice cast iron.
You were born 96.
Yeah.
See, so it's basically you're the very end of millennial, essentially.
Yeah, and I had 2 older siblings that 5 and 10 years apart, or 5 years older than me, and then 10 years older than me. So I got cultured.
what you are, I'm what you are to Gen Z, which is kind of a transitionary one.
Yeah.
I am to Gen X because I'm a Zennial more than I am a millennial.
You're like right on the
because
cusp.
I
of them.
fully remember that analog world. I remember going to the airport and you just went through a metal detector. That's literally all you had to do. It was like going to a fucking watch an event at a sporting event or something.
I would like to.
It wasn't like a full.
Yeah.
I'd like to ask your advice on something. You said you had a brother 10 years older than you?
Well, you'll remember this, right? Because one last point on this one. One thing about our generation that I love is that when it comes to the generations, it's just kind of like for me, Zodiac. I'm an asparagus and my pizza's in the microwave or whatever. I don't know anything about the retrograde and Mars and the comets and the Zodiacs. Like just
like according to when I was born, when I, came out the womb and shit, like that apparently makes me this.
I was like, hand me the mic.
I'm like, oh
Who's got
no,
the mic?
I just think I think my
I got
soul.
some shit to say.
I think my soul just keeps being reincarnated.
Why did I come here?
Yeah.
Your soul keeps you wrinkled?
No, I think my soul keeps being reincarnated.
Oh,
I feel like I've been here too many times.
No, but
please proceed with the advice question.
Well, to go on that, generations, like that's all just a marketing
I only felt
thing.
like that when I was a child.
Yeah, of course. It's like holidays, Hallmark.
Exactly, yeah. Like Christmas, like that, the whole buying presents thing, like that was to
New Year's.
Yeah, all of it. But with having a brother that's older than you, I have a sister who's 15 years younger than me.
Okay.
What advice would you give me as an older brother in that sense?
Oh, so they're a child still, like they're in elementary school.
She's 9 years old. Yeah.
Dude, first of all, do you have any vehicles with a stick shifter, like a clutch and a stick shift? If you can get the chance, find yourself one that you like. Is like, I don't know if you can drive a stick.
Well, I should add she also lives in Los Angeles.
Oh, so it's very far away.
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say first of all,
more
take
as
her,
let's say life skills sort of thing.
take her to a parking lot and let her rip shitties in your stick shift. But also never mind.
But to say I don't know how to drive a stick.
I think it would be really cool for you to just check in with her, even if it's just like once every 10 days or so, just being like, hey, just thinking about you. How's your day going? And if she texts back, great. If not, don't bother. But like, does she have a phone yet? I'm guessing.
She has an iPad with like an iCloud account, so she can like text me and stuff. But I don't think she has like a full like phone or anything like that, which I'm happy about.
Well, and I think the other part of that too is like also talking to her like she's already an adult, because she needs to know that there are men that will respect her and like talk to her as if she's not just a child or just a girl or just this or just that. And also, if she ever calls you for anything or says something, like, just listen. Even if you don't.
If a guy ever threatens to kill her because she won't suck his dick, make sure you tell her.
And if she cops a warrant,
I'll kill that guy.
Talk about it on a podcast.
Not just, even being supportive, because sometimes that reaction's not the proper one either, to completely just go like scorched earth. But just, asking what she needs. But like, my brother had it for me one time where I called from home and he was in college and I was at a college party. Was like, I need help. Like, I don't know what to do. You have friends here. Like, what can you do? And he goes, I'll call my friends and make sure they show up. Or just
He's
being
how
there.
much older than you?
My brother's 5 years older. My sister was 10 years older.
See, and that's also the other thing, like, why I feel like in that sense of like generationally, because I like I'm 40, so I'm like the age of like your sister.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, we like when you have that gap of time, it's like you could have theoretically been raised in the same family, even though it's like my sister, was 6 years younger. My little sister, I just tell her I love her, and it's like, and then we fight occasionally, like all siblings do.
Any relationship, siblings, mother, father, whatever, there's going to be fights. But I like what you said about like speaking to her like she's an adult, because that is something I had to like mentally switch in my head when I went back and visited last month, because I hadn't seen her for a whole year, and
I love talking to kids like they're adults, dude.
Yeah,
it's
but
my favorite, bro.
I'd also
like
spent
toddlers.
so much time with her when she was very, very little, so I had kind of fallen into like that, not baby talk, but like kitty talk.
Dude, have you seen the video of that guy having a conversation with his toddler, and he's like, he's just carrying on this conversation, and the toddler's like going back and forth, but obviously gibberish. But he's like what? No.
No way.
She did what? All they do is so.
They didn't.
Are we gonna pull anything up? You should pull stuff up here today.
Typical single income with no kids. I'm just thinking about like all the pit bulls that like the owners will be saying something, and the husky or the pit bull's like, rah, 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 and she's like, no, I said you can't. Rah, rah, rah. like it just keeps on going back and forth.
I have a husky, and it's very much like that.
My German Shepherd, dude, I swear to God, he howls at like he's got his favorite songs of mine. So some of my songs I'll play, and he just goes full scorched earth wolf howling. And then some of them he just like doesn't really care about, but he's got some favorites, and it's the coolest thing on the planet. The Huskies are awesome. I've always wanted one.
Huskies are
but
very vocal.
Very,
Yeah.
Mine, luckily, not as much as what you see online, but he'll definitely talk.
I
Like,
saw
when
a
it's time to go
husky with
out.
an Italian accent, dude.
You know what
I
mine?
swear to God. I swear to God, dude.
You know what mine does though that makes me so mad is he's pretty quiet, but if I'm watching TV, which I don't do very often, I still have a TV. It's an Insignia. It overheats after like 20 minutes, so I can only watch like a little bit of TV, and then I'm just like, okay, whatever, shut it off and go to bed. But he'll do this high-pitched like whining thing, and it drives me up a fucking wall so hard. People come over and like we're having a conversation, and he's just sitting in the background like the highest pitched dog whistle frequency that you can barely hear, but I'm like, it's like a cricket just stuck in your head, you know? And it makes me feel like that's what women feel like with children when they won't stop wailing. It's like, I can get why Casey Anthony might have put the kid in the trunk.
I mean,
She's famous on TikTok now, so we can say what it is.
she's back?
I don't know if she's back, but I seen that she was within the last 5 years.
Oh, man.
But
She's
yeah,
well known,
with the little
yeah.
sister thing, like just like you said, with your tone, and as she gets older, of course, just whether or not the communication line stays open, that really just it becomes unfortunately up to you.
Yeah.
And letting her know that like you're there is a really good.
Because
Just
that's
foothold
something
in
that
a
I
young
want
woman's life.
to preserve, because I also have a brother who's like very close in age to me, and
Yeah.
we had a very close relationship growing up. Great friends, same interests, very good
Older or
support.
younger?
Younger than me. Very. I'm the oldest of three.
I always wanted a sibling.
Yeah, that's why. You know what? That's what it is. You're the.
I'm the
I
old-
think
yeah.
birth order has a lot to do with personality. To be honest.
Oh
with you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Especially
You're a
with,
baby?
how
I'm
you're
a
treated
baby.
as a.
So we got all three. We got
Yeah.
the oldest, we got a middle child, and we got a baby. I don't even get full middle child, dude, because my mom had four.
Yeah.
I have three siblings, so I'm just upper middle.
You're
Jeez.
upper middle.
I'm an
sibling.
upper middle child.
Upper mid. You're secondary. Secondary energy. But I think that's
Dude.
great.
No, yeah.
Real quick, we might have to cut around this. I gotta freaking use the bathroom. Like
Oh, just like the idea.
We're back
of
in it.
But like,
1-7.
yeah,
Let me fix my hair while I can see
we've
my
got
Mirror.
about 20 good minutes here
Yeah.
left. So
We got a hard
Yeah,
out at 6, so they can lock up
that's
and
just-
make
it's
sure.
just-
So
I mean,
let's-
if it's 4 minutes, I'll be fine, guys. We've done
No,
a great.
yeah.
Like don't feel like we have to use all 20 minutes if we don't want to.
No,
but
we don't.
we probably won't go the whole 20. Just we want to get.
yeah,
Let's get back into it. What's going on, y'all?
you were asking me
Little
about
pee
Chris
break?
Gaines.
Chris
so
Gaines.
Chris
Well,
Gaines.
first you said you're.
So we're gonna leave that part out.
Okay,
but
okay.
the cool part about this character named Chris Gaines was supposed to be a full feature film. The whole album was recorded.
And Chris Gaines is
Garth Brooks, correct. So
alter ego.
it's not an alter ego though; it's a character for a film.
Oh,
So it was a full film that was scripted, produced, soundtrack completely recorded and made. Garth was, I think, supposed to be the character, if not somebody that looked like him. But for the album art and everything, he dressed up as the part of this Chris Gaines guy for the movie part that was already scripted and being produced. It never came out. So then Garth was like, well, we might as well put it out.
Yeah.
And every year, like, there's a full Chris Gaines fan base, like as global as Garth is. They throw Chris Gaines parties every year for the album release date and stuff like that. It really
But when's
is.
the last time anyone saw Chris Gaines?
He's never. I don't think he's ever even toured with Chris Gaines.
he's like-
No, he's like a cryptid, like
He's
a mythic figure.
It literally
he's
was.
like, what's his face?
It's a character that was
Tony
never
Clifton.
released. Yeah, it's Tommy No Breaks. If Tommy No Breaks just did that for fun.
Timmy No
Yeah, you're right. And actually, he's really nice. He's actually been really cool and polite to me, so I do feel bad. It is Timmy No Breaks. I think his name is actually Tim. I'm so sorry, Timmy
No,
No
yeah,
Breaks.
he's. I like his.
It's like
stuff.
Uncle Taser.
I saw him last night actually.
I saw him last night
At
too. He's in my
Sagebrush. Were you at
DMs.
Sagebrush?
I was not. I was playing my own show, and he walked by going to that club that banned me for life. And he was in my DMs yesterday. So that was,
Laser?
yeah, absolutely.
I'm sure.
Laser and I cool. He's a nice guy. And he's
Laser-
actually really responsible.
Laser
with his-
knows me,
Yeah.
and he acts like he doesn't.
Well, sometimes he's drunk.
Sometimes.
every time apparently that I'm around him because he
This
always does
all
that.
happened with this sunset thing, by the way. It all happened
It's
with
like-
Laser right in front of. Like
that's
Laser
the-
was there when it started.
The
He's your
egos.
witness.
That's why I talk about the egos, though. It's like I don't have time. I don't have time for that shit. Like I'm not. If I'm around you and you're giving this better than air, which
But again, he's intoxicated a lot. So like,
yeah, but it's also like that. That's I can tell you that.
And
this
you're a
isn't-
dude.
This isn't. Yeah, well that. But also, my boy Austin was there, who's a phenomenal guitarist, and he was shooting the shit up with him. And I'm like really good homies with Austin, so I was like hanging in the crew around them. And the whole time I talked to like most of everybody there, but he kind of just. He has this like, and he's been around me more than like I've been around him more than once on multiple occasions, and he's always acted that way. So I don't have any interaction I've had with him. I don't even consider this smoke. It's just reality. And sometimes you tell people the truth, and they're like, "Why are you talking shit?" And I'm like, "I just told the truth, which is what you did. You're not talking shit. You're just telling the truth.
Right.
And the truth is not. It's people are afraid to tell the truth because of." There's valid reasons.
Yeah. It
But,
can
like,
escalate things. It can cause
to like murder and stuff. But on the far end. But
No, right.
truth
Well,
is
and-
expensive.
No,
sometimes,
absolutely.
Sometimes.
That sucks, dude. I had this similar interaction where I went and saw this person play music this past week at the festival, and they said something about my best friend, and which me and Uncle Taser are not best friends by any means.
It's
He's-
Laser.
I know. I'm gonna
you're
keep calling him Uncle
okay,
Taser.
okay.
I because he has little lightning bolt earrings or whatever. It's so funny. But we're just acquaintances at this point. But
Right.
my best friend was kind of called out to me by somebody else, being like, every time I meet her, she acts like she doesn't know me. But then I literally heard her say, "I've met me, whatever, how many times?" I go, I don't know what that is. I know I've got so many head injuries that I honestly all the time I'm like, nice to see you.
Yeah.
So that way nobody knows if I remember them or not.
You're like, we just met, and I'm like, we did.
Yeah, I literally, I thought we'd met
sure?
4 times. I'm like, nice to see you again, dude.
I was like, when you said it, I'm like, maybe another night, but I definitely not tonight. My memory's not that bad. Like,
I also was wearing like
Yeah,
a
it's not
snakeskin
goldfish
co-
level of 3-second intervals.
I've got at least,
I'm 10-second Tom, dude.
51st podcasts.
51st podcast,
whole
dude.
new-
51st
dude,
head injuries.
Good to have you here today.
Thank you so much. Well, like I said, I've been, unfortunately, I've been roofied 8 times in my life since I was 17. And 6 of them were in Nashville. And, but I've head-butted brick walls. I've gone 300 feet off a cliff in a car accident. I've been in fights. Like, I used to play competitive sports and hit my head. And, like, at some point, I have to learn to just say, nice to see you.
You got
And, like, I get to
CTE.
pretend that I remember you and
Chronic
everything's
traumatic
fine.
encephalopathy.
Yeah, exactly. Just traumatic brain retardation.
But not to the degree where you like NFL players, because they're taking up. It's basically getting in a car accident 50 times a game.
I mean, it's all relativity with your brain at this point. Like I said, I've been 300 feet off a cliff. I've had butted 5 or 6 brick walls. At some point, like, it's all the same. It's just,
Yeah, people think
I'm just not murdering my girlfriend,
People think we wear headphones so we can hear each other. It's just to hide our cauliflower ear.
Yeah, yeah,
from
yeah.
all our repeat.
I'm so lucky. I
wired.
don't. I've been in some brawls, dude. I'll say this: I'm so lucky that my ears don't have like the cauliflower, or even just falling asleep with them folded over on accident. You ever done that?
Oh,
the whole
yeah.
next day, you're like, this is never going to recover.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. No, that's.
Waking up in an uncomfortable position, like waking up with like a either a cramp. I've woken up to such bad cramps in my calves.
I miss being a toddler.
It
They
is
can fall
awful.
asleep in any fucking position.
I love seeing the 2-year-olds that are just like
They're just like
this.
They
Yeah.
look like
it's
they're
just
dead.
they happen to be right here, and then
Well, I will say though, I used to fall asleep, and they say it's almost it's a sensory regulation thing for kids that are anxious. But like, I would actually fall asleep with my arm locked out above my head, just straight up, like laying on my side, arm all the way up in the air. And my parents would do that whole thing of like, she's clearly not asleep, and then they just knock my hand down, and I was definitely asleep.
Like
Smack
you're
Thanks, Mom.
like you're supporting it up, or
No.
like is it like
Like,
that?
I'm laying down, and my arm is just up like this, and I just fall asleep like this, and it's just there. I'm just laying on my face.
That'll like,
my arms like
for
this.
sure put it to sleep too.
I thought it never did for me. Your shoulder kind of would lock in, at some point, just like your knees lock out. And it's just like they said, apparently it's like just a regulation thing for your nervous system that some kids do. It's another reason why they'll fall asleep with like their feet in the air, or in that weird pose where their heads are down, their asses are up. Who knows?
Yeah.
Face down, ass up. That's the way we like to kick kids. I don't kick kids.
Let's
I'm
bring
kidding.
back, I say like they should spank kids in school again. That's what they need to do. Just bring back paddling.
Let's go.
Childhood violence
Just
needs
a little.
to
Just a little.
come back.
What did we talk about earlier, Kai? You
There's
fucking
nothing wrong with stiff arming a
Gen Z
6-year-old.
piece of shit.
Man.
There's a way to hit a kid properly.
God, I
Yes,
did
and it's with a paddle.
It's like, but there's also like
Yeah.
core things. Like I remember when I was a kid, I took we were at Kmart because Kmart was a thing at one
Yeah,
point.
we just lost
And
ours.
I remember we were in the checkout line at Kmart. I was probably like 6 maybe, and I'm like, I grabbed gum and I didn't took it, and then we went out as we were walking out. I pulled the gum out, and I'm like, my mom's like, where'd you get that? And I'm like, and she's like, did you take that? I'm like, and then she literally made me go back inside, give them the gum, and apologize for taking it. And it was like, that is a core memory of mine. Like, it's a life memory
Not
that I
everybody's
was
parents
told, I
don't
was
do that.
shown this, but
Yeah,
like,
that was normal for me. Like I pretty much it was in an airport, but pretty much the exact same thing. Except I didn't give it back because I was already on the plane by that point. But
Now, how do y'all feel about
but you were properly reprimanded.
yeah, I was shamed to oblivion. I could not. It was chapstick,
So
and
we
I
were
could
actually
not
kind of
enjoy it.
assholes though. Like my whole family would gang up on my baby sister when we were young because my dad had a boat and he had to go take it back to the storage. So it was the boat shed. So when we would say we got to go to the boat shed, she'd say the boat shit, and then we go like it was like this. In hindsight, I'm like, it's probably really mean to do. But
Yeah.
also, I don't know. When I'm growing up, that's why I think birth order too, because you're an oldest. It seems like the most responsible usually, or like in a lot of families, is always the oldest.
Yeah.
And then it like kind of goes down from there.
It's also typically the oldest ends up being the peacekeeper in a lot of situations.
In my case, the oldest doesn't talk to any of us really.
Well, I will say
Like
also,
antisocial.
something about childhood punishment. Never mind. I'll remember and I'll think of it. It had something to do with like, I don't know, I guess like childhood punishment, but I can't remember.
Well,
I think with both of our stories, like the real lesson that had me remember it at least was like the shame that I felt, which I don't feel that shame like now. It's not like I'm sitting there with it.
Sorry,
Yeah.
pardon my outburst.
Yeah.
What do y'all think about like consuming the product while you're walking around the grocery store and then paying for it at the end?
Oh, that's a
like
great
drinking
question.
the milkshake or
I
eating the
just almost did
strawberries.
that at
I do it
at
every
7-Eleven
time.
the other night.
What are we talking about? Of course, I go to the grocery store hungry
Yeah.
and then open the granola bars and then finish my
Yeah.
shopping.
Yeah.
What do I mean? And then everybody's like, "You're a scumbag." I'm like, "That's not." If I was a scumbag, I'd drink it,
And then
a
toss
skunk
it,
bag,
yeah.
and I'd leave it on the shelf.
Yeah.
Now, the worst scumbag thing I've ever done in my life, I will say this: I was stoned. I was young enough to literally be like, "I can get away with this. I'm gonna do it. I don't even care today." I wanted a soft baked chocolate chip cookie out of one of those like packages so bad, but I didn't want to. I don't know if I was just too broke or what, but I didn't want to buy the pack of cookies. So I opened it, ate the cookie, and like closed it back up, and like totally broke the seal and everything, so that the next person can just be like, clearly this is unsealed, but that's probably like one of the biggest scummiest things I've ever done, just to like steal a fucking cookie. It's like, and it's
I
just
think
like
a lot of
Chips
people
Ahoy.
share that experience because like the temptation's there.
Just like, give me that cookie, dude.
The place where that temptation is the strongest is the Whole Foods or any grocery store hot bar.
Yeah.
You know, because you could just walk out with it. You could get some mac and cheese and some tendies and
Or even at like
Did you
the,
say tendies?
some tendies, dude.
or even at like the frozen yogurt places where you can make your own ice cream and toppings, but then you take like 3 or 4 bites while you're waiting in line at the register.
Oh yeah.
So it doesn't weigh as much. You like get to save an ounce's worth of.
The
Anyway.
thing is, if you
Broke kid shit.
consume the product, and it's like a donut, for instance, you could easily take a donut, eat it while you're shopping, and just not pay for it.
Exactly,
It would
that's
be-
wrong.
And also, my ex, holy shit, like, oh my god,
Always doing stuff like that.
I could say so much that I'm not going to, but like. This person, I can promise you, like, there's ways where you can easily take things, shrink. I used to work at H-E-B, And shrink is a real thing. That's like the loss of like what your product is
Right.
versus how much you take out. That's the shrink. So
Same thing at Guitar Center.
business is like
huge thing.
Like
Yeah.
large corporations, this is a huge deal for large corporations because it really does make a difference when you're dealing in that kind of scale.
Because it's at the store level, you know, and you got to think
But,
about
like,
it. It's
having
happening
that
at
sort
all
of-
stores. It's adding up.
Yeah, having that sort of emphasis though on it at the like on that level is how they minimize their losses to the degree they can or whatever. So
Yeah.
risk.
Yeah,
But
I'll share a story from work this week. Our drum department drum specialist, he saw in our little demo area that this Roland SPD like sample pad was off its hook, like it wasn't there anymore, and he thought, oh, God damn it, someone stole it. On my days off, no one's checking the drum area. Like, of course, like when I'm not here, they steal it. No one else is caring about my shit. So then it becomes like there's almost like an animosity that builds among your coworkers because you're like, I don't have to be here all the time to make sure shit in my department doesn't get stolen. Turns out that just someone had pulled it off and been fine. There you go. Got the gift card.
yo,
Although I do always suggest support local business first if you can. A lot
Yes.
of places
Yeah.
don't actually have local guitar Luthers or like drum places or anything like that. But Guitar Center is a great
Guitar
resource.
Center is like the Walmart for music. It's like
Yeah.
sometimes you got to go to Walmart and you just go to Walmart dude, or whatever for whatever thing. It's just the most easy and convenient, and they have the thing you need.
Right.
And it's like, yeah, that's just. But like, I agree with you. I think going on the local level. Shout out Tommy's Drum Shop, who,
yeah.
we should get as a sponsor. Honestly, with how many fucking drummers we have on here.
Yeah. But also that just sucks, like you said, like that one guy, of course, has all that animosity. And I thought about that gift card and kind of lost track of the story. So if it's important enough, please continue or rematch.
Well, that's pretty much it. Where it's
Yeah.
just because at the store level it is emphasized a lot. Like if you look at the broad scale, like it's pennies on the dollar. It's
Right.
nothing. But we want to, like I take pride in my work. I know I'm working a retail job, but I still want to do that job well. Like it's just if you're gonna do something, do it 100%.
Yeah. Amen.
I mean, that's why I told you with this, dude, the podcast. Like, I'm like, you can't do it. You were asking me on audio, video. I'm telling you now, but like at the time I wouldn't have said it, but it seemed like such a silly question to me because it's like, you're not a serious podcast if you don't have video. Like, you're just not.
Yeah.
And if you're going to have video, you better be doing it at the highest quality you can get it.
Right.
Yeah,
Because-
15, 20 years ago, maybe.
Right.
But nowadays, you
Well,
gotta have
on my
video.
first podcast,
Yeah, I tried
if
it
you
with
give a
cell
mic a
phone.
comic, I'm not saying it's on Apple Podcasts, but it is on Apple Podcasts still. But like, that was just me talking into my fucking MacBook mic.
Yeah,
And
I
it
have this-
evolved. But now
yeah.
podcasting at this point is like, you're not serious if you don't have video.
I have 60 episodes on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and all that of just audio. That's a lot of it is just on the phone microphone in the car on the Bluetooth, like stupid, thinking that it would work. And a couple of them got some streams.
I think
But
think
like-
if it was that, I think it would have to be niche. Whereas I think this can be more broad because I don't think like anybody's going to listen to a thing just audio unless
Just
it's
Bill
a very
Burr.
specific thing.
Yeah.
Bill Burr's the only one. He can just sit there on his phone in the
That
car.
is a great point.
Yeah.
He literally is.
Yeah.
He literally
just
there's
reading emails.
But also, I would say too, with him, he is such an expressive talker that it is almost elevated in
I
audio
liked him
form.
too
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
I had to stop listening to the podcast. I haven't listened to it in years, and it's not because I didn't like it. It was because as a comedian, I'm like, I'm absorbing too much of you, and I can't do this. Like, do you
What
ever
it-
feel that way with influences
Music.
of yours?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't even listen to music anymore. But one thing about Burr's podcast too is I stopped listening to it because you could hear the birds chirping in the background too much. I was like, I'm sick of it, Bill. Shut your garage door. I don't care if you think it's
Yeah.
nice out in California today.
Yeah.
There's 27 inches of
You're
snow
going
here.
soft, Burr.
I don't want to hear the birds chirping while I'm driving through 14 feet of snow, dude.
Yeah, no, he lost me at Riyadh.
Yeah.
I kind of like.
But Tim Dillon's the only one that ever got
That's Tim-
fired. I love Tim.
I loved him.
Tim follows me on Instagram.
Tim goes hard in the
Shout
paint.
out.
Tim follows
I
you?
got
Fuck yeah.
nothing but mad fucking respect for Tim Dillon.
Yeah.
He goes hard in the motherfucking paint. dude.
He's a legend. I will bring up with Tim Dillon too. This is very obscure, but did you guys see there was a little bit of a conspiracy with him where some people thought he was this streamer that got really popular, the Burnt Peanut. You know?
No, I can tell you for a fact from living in New York that I used to see him at the clubs. So he's legit.
Oh no, he is legit for
Yeah.
sure. But it was like a faceless streamer so it was just his voice. But
Oh, you
like,
felt like a
he
alter-
sounds so much like Tim Dillon. If
Yeah,
you
those-
haven't listened to them in a while,
Those phone calls
know?
discussing Epstein's business sounds a lot like Erica Kirk.
You know, like I say, shout out Israel, friend of the program, for sure, the cause of
APAC.
whatever's going on. I don't know. It's one of
we're
those
on a
things.
list
I'm
now.
so lucky that. Well, no, that's why I say friend of the program. You know, you guys don't get demonetized. They never even see it in their algorithm, so they're fine.
can we get Israel to sponsor us?
Probably. You know, some say that
Sorry,
BB's
they
not
only
even alive
sponsor
anymore.
terrorism.
Some say that BB's dead right now, and he's still getting us into some sort
Hey,
of.
Israel, guess what? Nobody likes you.
But I will say
Go
about
home.
Tim Dillon. Tim was the
Think
coolest.
about what you did.
I got to meet Tim through his opener, Dan Carney, back in the day because I knew Dan and they were in Nashville. We went to lunch. It was the silliest lunch of all time because the table they sat us at, you know how big Tim is. Tim's 6'4", like he's huge.
Yeah.
They sat us at, we went to this little cafe. It's like a Spanish cafe called Bar Taco. It's good food. They sat us at this little like table that you're supposed to sit crisscross applesauce on the floor. Like, and they see how big Dan and Tim are. And they sit us at this stupid table the whole time. He's just ripping this restaurant apart, of course, in his typical way, being like, why the fuck my knees are in my chin, dude. But then I DM'd him because I wanted to go to one of his shows, but fuck paying the ticket fees online.
Yeah.
So I go, hey man, I'll buy $100 worth of merch if you just put 2 comp tickets at the door. Like, you get all the money if I buy all the merch, you know? So let me just cut you a deal. And he goes, no problem. And then followed me on Instagram. I was like,
Hell yeah.
my hero.
Those
Bro.
comics are the fucking legends.
Uh,
I'll shout out James
take
McCann
notes.
for doing that for me for the Kill Tony
Take
New Year's
notes,
show.
kids,
That was
on how to
awesome.
properly network. Because
Yeah.
that's networking done right.
Dude.
Because it's like supporting them. Saying
Absolutely.
I'm not about, you know, but it's like I don't want to pay all these fucking fees. And if I could save $60 and you make more money probably
Yeah.
from this, because whatever percentage has to get cut off and cut off and cut off. I don't know how they're, you know,
Right.
depending
Yeah,
on
how
their,
it's
whatever the deal
divided.
is.
Like,
but-
I'm actually paying the ticket
that's-
price for the
that-
tickets.
that's
if they're,
game.
Yeah, if
So we got some
Ticketmaster.
shop game here today.
Absolutely. Yeah, if Ticketmaster is like $53.95 after tax, well, let me just give you the 100 and fuck the tax.
Yeah, I think Steve was talking about Live Nation. We'll have to have him on. He's going to come on because there was good news on that front too with Steve from Empire. So
Good.
I
shout
don't
out
sell
to him.
tickets, so none of it matters.
Yeah, but it's like the yeah, it sucks because yeah, it really is. It goes back to the artist being fucked all the time.
Yeah.
Which
Don't even
but
get me
we're here
started on
for
merchandising.
like I I wish we had more time. We only have like a couple minutes
Yeah,
here.
we
but-
got to start winding
yeah,
it down here.
but thank you, Carly, for coming through. I appreciate you. Hopefully
There you go.
I'm the best blower this out of Mississippi.
this
they
one
say.
had a little. This one might create a little controversy, and I'm here for it. So
This is the thing, and I'll reiterate, and whatever, it'll get clipped or it won't. But like, if I have pure receipts that like my safety was being threatened, and
Yeah.
if me name dropping 2 people that just suck, like,
that you should.
and they're not gonna lose any business over it. Whatever, I might get blackballed for it. It wouldn't be my first time.
I mean, you're already banned,
mean-
so
Yeah.
I
So
think it's pretty obvious that
all
like,
the shows are on YouTube anyway. All the clips come out. It's all the same bits every night.
I'm just
like,
glad I don't drink anymore. Thank
Amen.
you. Hey, we'll see you. We'll see you again. We'll see
Yes.
you again
Yeah.
for sure,
I can't wait.
open invite.
Later.
Hell yeah.
bro.
I am afraid I was sitting here for a little while, just being like,